No, sir, I don't like it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to No Sir Pad, the podcast where we talk about shit we don't like with people we fucking love. Today is no exception. I'm joined with the hilarious Kelly Ryan.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Great, man.
I can't wait for the people who listen to the audio only of this and not know which one is which.
Yeah.
Which broad is screaming at which time.
This is the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life.
But we're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
So, hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
Doing pretty good. Thank you for the latte.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Carmen did a great job.
A little
latte.
caffeine. Get you fuel the rage.
Oh,
fuel the dislikes. It helps. It gets you going hating faster. Get it in, get it out. Oh, see, he's already knocking the camera, but it's all right. Bye, Noodle. For those who don't know or weren't watching on the YouTubes, there's a studio dog, is a handsome husky, one blue eye, one brown eye, named Noodle, and that's who we're referring to. So on occasion, you might catch a glimpse.
Beautiful dog.
Beautiful. Thank you. But man, there's not a lot about dogs I can think about not liking. They're pretty fucking solid.
I don't like people who don't like dogs.
Yeah.
That's weird to me.
I mean, I get it if somebody's been attacked, you know.
Oh yeah. If you've been attacked, that's one thing. But if you're like, they're gross, like they're like it's an animal. Like we had neighbors growing up who they were very against pets in general.
Oh yeah,
like they don't belong.
No companions at
no
all.
companions. Nothing. They're fucking assholes. They were nightmares.
Oh yeah,
living next to. Yeah.
So what else besides the pet thing? What kind of nightmare were they? Just always bitching about? Are they those kind?
Yeah, everything was always something. You know, like calling us all the time, needing things fixed, like, and just very let me put it this way.
Okay.
Very wealthy people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not self-sufficient at all. Very wealthy people who, for my brother's graduation, got him something from Goodwill. And okay. But also, why?
What?
Don't even get him anything.
Yeah.
Don't even forget it.
For your send off into the world is here's secondhand shoes.
Here's like
from a millionaire. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
like that. Just don't even get me Don't even get me anything.
Yeah, I'd rather you not get me something than give me something shitty.
Well, now
especially when I know what you got.
That's what I'm saying. Like and I understand. Maybe that's how you get so much money is you're giving people shitty gifts. You're giving them stuff from Goodwill. You're like, that's how I became a millionaire. I'm the worst gift giver known to mankind. But it blew my mind.
Oh, you guys are getting married? Here's a stack of Chick-fil-A napkins I had in my glove compartment. You guys will use them.
You'll use them.
Yeah,
all these soy sauces that I never used from takeout. Here you go.
Listen, everybody's got a condiment drawer full of condiments.
Oh my God.
So here's all my expired ones.
Here's all the ones that I couldn't use. And now they're for you. And I will say, the condiment drawer has come in handy multiple times. The sauces from certain things.
That is like a thing. That is such a moniker for fucking poverty. But what if I'm gonna need a spoonful of soy sauce one day? I'm gonna need it. I don't know if it's like trickle down Great Depression era fucking, but there's always, what if I might need a hot Chinese mustard one day? Like, they're not gonna give you a fistful the next time you get fucking Chinese food.
Yeah, I have to. I just remember that I got Chinese food just probably like 2 months ago or whatever, and they gave extra fortune cookies, and I've been saving them for when I need.
Not yet. I don't need a fortune just yet.
cupboard. I have them there for when I'm like, well, maybe I have like a day where I'm like, I feel kind of lost.
I need some guidance. You know who might know? The fortune cookie company.
The worst is there are shitty fortunes.
Yeah.
Like shitty fortune cookie companies where like you open it and you're like, that's
not a fortune.
That's not a fortune.
That's
Who
like a
wrote
state.
this?
Is a statement. Who was high at the fortune cookie factory when it's just like, yeah, be who is
Be who is not
bit B. And it's just like, okay, okay, Riddler, what the fuck is this?
I guess I'll learn what egg means on the back. Since the fortune was shit, I might as well learn egg in Chinese.
Yeah, might as well lose the lottery again. Yeah, I hate when the fortune cookies. You're supposed to eat the cookie if the fortune's good, right? Isn't that the thing? But I hate when the fortune cookie tastes like styrofoam.
I'm
That's
eating the
my
cookie
shit.
no matter what. No one told me that there were rules.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
But
I just remember
funny.
if it's
Hold on. If I'm eating all the cookies, and they're conflicting statements on the fortunes, I'm canceling.
You're canceling them out. That's why if I have a bunch of them, I break them all open and go, this is the one.
Really?
Well, I have a bunch of them say no. I mean, I'm actually, I do. It's like a silly thing to get superstitious about, but I only take the one that I touched, and that one's for me, and I save the ones because there's a couple of them where it's just been like they're just good reminders. Like one of them was like trust your gut.
Turn off the straightener.
Yeah. I'm serious, you dumb bitch. Turn it off. Unplug the goddamn air fryer. But yeah, there's a couple of them.
I have the burn on my wrist. I burned myself in the air fryer, and I told me that they're like, I didn't know you could do it. I'm like, well, you can.
Yeah,
you can.
Well, see, the thing is, it gets hot. And the food's on the inside. I don't know what the dumb motherfuckers say this, but the food is on the inside, and you have to get it out. And you have to reach into the hot place where the food is. That's how you get burnt.
And when
unless they're like dumping it. Like, who's just taking the basket out and dumping it?
Mine isn't even a basket. It's like it's an Instapot that also does the air fryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Wonder Oven, so I have to reach in, too.
I have to reach in. I know.
I don't have the option to dump-a-roo. Sorry. I'm not throwing my dino nuggets on my plate. I take them out like a fucking civilized human being and place them.
Well, also doing it off of a weed drink or whatever. It's like you're playing Operation, trying to get your chicken tenders without touching the fucking side of it. And I lost. I lost the game.
I don't know where the tongs are. I started the dishwasher already. They're being cleaned right now.
Thank you for thinking I can't afford a dishwasher. Wait, hold on here. Okay. This is a gripe. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let me get in a position. Let me get into my gripey position.
We're in the 2020s. Mm-hmm. You sold me an apartment with no dishwasher?
Dude, when I first moved here, I didn't know that you could get an apartment in this fucking city with no refrigerator. I had to buy a fucking refrigerator.
Exactly.
It's insane. You had the balls for you to charge me this much for rent and not be a complete apartment?
And they don't even give you lights, even.
No.
There's no fucking lights in the roof.
No.
They're not in the roof. The ceiling.
You sold me a box. Give me the box discount, you fucking prick.
It is crazy. It is crazy how much you have to do just to for it to even constitute as a place of living.
Yes.
That when I looked at apartments when I was in Texas, they came with all the shit.
Everything.
For half the fucking price.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's why when people are like, I'm planning on moving out here, I'm like, you need
good fucking luck. I always say good fucking luck, and make sure the place has a refrigerator. And not just in the pictures, because that fridge is probably from the previous tenant.
That fridge is a lie.
That fridge is a lie.
And Also, you go and buy your own fridge for the first time you're moving out here. You're going, I can only afford the basic ass fridge.
Yeah, I got a $500 fridge. I got the fucking basically a tall beverage fridge.
Yeah, well, literally, and it's just like the fridge. The only fridge you can afford is the fridge that was in everyone's garages.
Yes,
growing up,
a beverage fridge.
A beverage fridge. You're not getting the fridge with the ice maker and whatever. When I go to people's houses and they got the ice maker or whatever, I go, you don't even know how fucking good you have it, man. I'm poor. I'm making my own cubes.
Dude, I hate bought, because I don't have one, I hate bought a tabletop ice maker.
No way.
Yeah, $70. I buy, and you fill your own water, so I don't even have, I put in fucking Crystal Geyser in it, so I got clean ice. I made my own goddamn.
You see this cube?
Yeah.
This Crystal Geyser.
Crystal Geyser. No LA water in that bullshit. That's imported ice, baby.
Baby. I got that Crystal Geyser
because I was
cube.
so tired of refilling fucking ice trays.
Oh my God. I mean,
and they break. I'm too strong. I got strong hands. I give good massages. I break the fucking ice trays.
The silicone ones are good. The silicone.
They are, but then I gotta fucking peel it. I'm you know what I mean? I'm not trying to eat an orange. I just want a glass of water. Fuck.
You know what's real good is the crushed ice. That you can, oh my God.
What am I, a sultan? Who gets crushed ice?
I love crushed ice, man. I love crushed ice. I love crunching ice. I like crushing the ice myself.
Yeah,
myself.
I'm the ice. I'm the ice crusher. God damn it!
Put me in.
For years, I remember them saying that was like a sign of sexual frustration, but I think it was before they knew about anxiety. I was like, no, I'm not trying to fuck. I'm just fucking stressed out. I'm stressed out. It doesn't have shit to do with my pussy, man.
I am horny, but that's beside the point.
That's beside the point. I'm also stressed out.
That is so funny.
But yeah, I hate bought a fuck. Oh, you know, if we fucking come in and charge me this much for fucking rent, I can't even. I used to get a fucking peel. I ain't a fucking. No, I'm buying $80 and worth every goddamn penny.
Yeah. What brand? Do you know the brand?
I don't remember. It was literally the cheapest one I could find
on Amazon. You get it on Amazon.
I don't remember if it was either that or like some sort of like small appliance store or some shit like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't remember if we picked it up or not, if it was Amazon. But yeah, you could probably, I'm certain you could find
I'm
one.
sure you can find everything on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you can find a new kidney on Amazon.
Yes, you could.
It's fucking crazy. I will say this, that nothing of what we've talked about already is what
No, I know.
I'm annoyed already. I'm annoyed about it.
It's good. It gets it out.
Gets it out. But so like, obviously, I understand the billionaires. They're, you know, the shitty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whatever. Okay. And I love that people are like, fight the power. Fucking don't buy on Amazon. Yada, yada, yada. I spent some time in Bakersfield with like my fiance's sisters who like order a bunch of stuff on Amazon and order a bunch of stuff. They got all these kids running around. I'm going, yeah, you don't have time to go to the fucking the store or whatever.
Yeah.
Like to you guys,
that's how they got us.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Is you used to, it didn't matter if you had a fuck ton of kids. You had to drag all those fucking kids, put them all in the cart, tell them to stop trying to run each other's ankles over it, and you had to buy the shit anyways.
Yeah.
And is it suck? Yes. But I don't think those women are participating in the economic blackout.
No, I do not think so. And I'm not mad at them for that. I'm like, you guys said, yeah. If I had kids running around, I would be like, I don't know if I have time to care about anything.
Well, I think there are a couple things there. I feel like one, yes, but also two. Maybe still. I mean, there's people that do it, so I think it's possible. But I think maybe don't have as many kids. You know, I think I'm start there.
but I can't imagine having to. But I feel like that's like what a lot of the country is feeling. They're like, all right, I already have a million fucking things to do during the day.
Mhm.
And now you need me to be this activist of some kind.
Right.
Or whatever. And I feel like it's nice when people can do it all, but I don't know if we should be getting mad at the people who can't do it all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, at the same time, though, it's like, do you want your kids to have a future, though? So I feel like it's starting to, it might be more important than maybe like, watching the new 90 Day Fiance or whatever the fuck trash. It might start, I think it should be higher than that priority. I think you should take care of your family. You should take care of you.
Yeah.
Take care of your animals if you have animals. And then it should be like, oh yeah,
the future.
And the economic collapse so my children have a future.
Yeah.
So I think it should be bumped up. I feel like we're kind of in back in the terrorist days, we're at an orange. I feel like it's a pretty severe situation when they're calling for like a national strike and shit, and people are like, when even rich people are saying there's a fucking issue, then there's a fucking issue. So, but I get being I also get being overwhelmed. I got fucking rabid ADHD, dude. I'm over, if I'm overstimulated by the grocery store, you can't fucking talk to me in that afternoon. I'm a cunt. So like, I get it. But I hope people are willing to fucking just do it, even though it's difficult.
It shouldn't be that hard to not spend tomorrow.
Right. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that hard because everybody should be buying. They should be Black Friday and everybody's buying the day before. Just get it out today. Just buy everything the day before. That's the other thing is I was like, I don't think one day is gonna do it, guys. I don't think one day.
I don't think one day is gonna do it either. But I will say on the lift over here, the guy that was driving, he was like, I just heard on the radio that we're all doing an economic blackout tomorrow. And I was like, I didn't know they were fucking talking about this on the radio.
Dude, fucking Forbes posted about it. Forbes. The magazine for rich people are calling for an so that's why it's like at one point I'm like, okay, how much impact is this really gonna have? But then if it does, then maybe it does. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if the mother of 19 sees that even the rich people are doing it, maybe then they're like, oh, maybe this matters. I should probably do it even though I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah. That's a good point.
That's a hope. That's a hope.
That's a hope. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you would think that like if they need to be led by example, if like a rich mother of 95, the number keeps going up.
Every time. Listen, I'm a mother of 206. Okay.
Okay.
You have no idea. What's wild is like it used to be with less resources, more children, because people used to have more children per person, less resources. And people still did, work in farmland and all this other shit. So it's like, I feel like everything was marketed for us to have a life that is more convenient, but it is not more convenient. It's more things that need to be done.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I mean, I'm just speculating, but
yeah, I mean, I think that the type of tasks that we have to do now, and what consumes us is, I would say, affects our psyche way differently than what the things that we used to have to do did.
Yeah.
Like when it used to be just like, oh, you go to work, there's not really a lot of technology. Like you're enjoying the simple things of life. You're finding ways to entertain yourself without a screen.
Yeah.
You're not digesting buckets of information every single day.
Yeah.
Like it
to me, I think it's more likely that this mother of 912 doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely that. It's the same thing like if I have friends whenever I stay with them, I help them with the kids and stuff like that. And and it's nice because then they're like, oh, see, we could be polyamorous. This would be good, And it's helpful. And of course, always the husband pitching it. And then she's just like, I'm so glad I got to think today for a moment to myself.
Yeah.
And so I think in that regard, like they're not getting they're not watching the Instagram reels that are being sent to them by their friend. They're gonna get the 35 minutes before they fall asleep to consume as much stuff as they can to cram it in. So I mean, I'm not mad at anybody. I just want as many people as possible to do it. But again, I'm not mad at anybody for not knowing.
Yeah.
So I hope that they know. That's it. So that's all I can do is just keep.
Well, I feel like if it's I don't know why the radio is such a big stamp, but I'm like, if it's on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
if it's on the dying media, we're all familiar with it.
Shouldn't everyone know about it?
Once they put it in the newspaper, everyone's got to know.
Everyone's got to know. That's what we got to figure out. Is it in the paper? Is it in the paper? That's what we need to figure out. Because if it's in the paper,
I bet you people know about it then.
I bet.
If it's in the newspaper.
It's not that it's been on every website, every whatever, but if it's in the paper. Interesting. I wonder what it's going to be like tomorrow. Like, I wonder how many people are going to do it.
I mean, I think it's going to be, I think it'll be a lot. I mean, it's one day to do nothing. One day to pretend like it's COVID again. I think it's very possible.
Wait,
and that's the other thing. You're just supposed to use You don't use a credit card. Don't buy gas. Don't go to any major stores. So you still can't. If you need something, you still can't go to it. But go to a small business. Go to a small business. And not like Jamba Juice small business, but an actual like mom and pop shop.
You know that mom and pop Jamba Juice.
Mm-hmm. The juice and pop.
No franchises.
No franchise. No franchise. The franchises are out.
Okay. See, this is really the longest I've even discussed this. Like, because I've seen the posts and the whatever, but I didn't. Like, you're giving me new information.
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
I'm learning. Everybody, I'm learning.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to a restaurant tomorrow, but it's not a chain restaurant. So you can still do things.
Yeah.
But don't support, the rich cunts.
Tomorrow you see me at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this bitch doing? Be like, local. Buffalo.
It's right by my house. That's local,
come on.
right?
It's right. You know who's fucked are people that live in like, the like suburban areas that's all chain restaurants.
Dude, that was one of the things I hated about where all of the comedy clubs ended up was in fucking strip malls. Always next to a Bar Louie or a fucking Kohl's or in a mall or, you know what I mean? It was always just like, I was like, dude, this sucks.
If I have to sit here and tell people that I like Yard House one more time, I'm gonna blow my brains out.
It was like they took the Walmart model and spread it to every fucking kind of business.
It's crazy. If you have, I mean, it's the Cheesecake Factory situation.
Yes.
If you got a million things on the menu, none of it's that great. You gotta focus. You gotta zoom in.
You know what? The cheesecake, not bad. So that's what it's in the name.
It's in the name.
That's what you go there for.
Yeah.
I'm not going there to have Asian, Spanish, Italian, Chinese food.
When I was like 17, I got their spaghetti with marinara. Garbage. How the fuck did you fuck up spaghetti with marinara sauce? They did it. They made it happen.
Because they bought probably the cheapest ragu they could and put it in a vat to make up for all of the
Makes me sick. For $26. You charged me $26 for shit that I could have made for 50 cents at home. Fucking assholes. All because it looks like a fucking Roman Catholic church.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I wouldn't have to pay for this shitty chandelier. I don't give a shit.
And the fucking scotches or whatever the hell they're called. Scotches.
Fuck a scotch.
Fuck a scotch.
And the Frenchies. No Frenchies, no scotchies.
None. Cheesecake Factory, whenever people do talk about it, they're like, oh, the bread. I'm like, have you never had bread before?
Actually, have you never been to an Italian restaurant?
What is happening to you?
They all come with bread. Every one of them comes with bread.
I do not. Now we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
Now we're cooking with gas. Because if I go to an Italian restaurant, and you charge me for
Are you
bread?
Italian?
I'm part Italian, Irish Italian.
I'm Italian Cuban. So yeah, I'm a cunt about Italian.
Don't you dare charge me for the bread.
Oh yeah, I've been to a couple fancy Italian restaurants, and they try to charge you for bread service.
Yeah.
I go, listen, whore, you're charging me $50 for fucking pasta. Give me the goddamn bread.
Give me
bitch.
the bread.
Give me the goddamn bread, bitch. I know how much olive oil is. I know how much it is, and you're buying it in bulk. I know how much a fucking balsamic vinegar is at Costco. I know you ain't, you know what I'm saying?
There's an Italian place that's right near my, guess how much they're charging? Guess how much they're charging for the bread basket?
How much?
That's right. $12.
$12 for bread. That's rude. That's rude.
Shut it down. Shut the whole thing down.
Dude, you get it. You go to a fucking farmer's market and get a whole loaf. You get a whole loaf of focaccia. You can get a ciabatta roll. You can get all three of them for $12. Yeah. And you want me to do it for a tiny baguette? Go fuck yourself. It's rude.
It's rude. It's rude. And here's the other issue. You know I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You know I'm going to do it. You're taking advantage of me when I'm weak. Okay? Because you know I'm famished walking in there.
Of course.
I'm starving. Why else would I get Italian
food? I need something
food?
to have with this wine I'm already buying. Jesus Christ. I need the bread to take the edge off of the wine.
What am I going to do? Have wine on an empty stomach? I'm not an animal.
Come on. That's not a crudité, goddammit. I want my snacky before my foodie.
Come on. You have to.
Yeah,
even
charging for bread service is fucking wild.
You're wrong for it. You're wrong for it. And you know what? Tomorrow, I'm not doing it.
You shouldn't. Fuck you. You should bring your own bread.
You're gonna break my own bread.
Pull a baguette out of your. Oh, sorry, I brought my own bread service.
Sorry.
This one's not $12, actually.
Actually, this was $1. $1 at Ralph's. Ever heard of it?
This one's actually garlic bread already. You pull out,
I pull out breadsticks.
I was gonna say, you pull out a toaster oven. You plug it. You have an outlet? I need to charge my phone.
Oh, this was something I was gonna bring up.
Okay.
I'm sick of charging things.
Yeah.
I'm sick of the charging.
I'm tired of being battery operated. I get it. I'm on board. 100%.
You give me something that lasts? I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how you would do it. But I'm saying we went to the moon. You're telling me you can't come up with a thing that doesn't need to be charged?
Yeah, no. I mean, everything's fucking... It's because everything's electronic. So it's like, how do you keep it without being plugged in? And so battery is the only thing we've come up with. But it's annoying that it's like they build them to not last. That's the other thing too, is everything being disposable. The idea of products being disposable. So it's the same thing with like phones. They want you to get a new phone every year or two. Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm going to use it until I can't use it anymore. Yeah. And they get mad about that. I remember one time I had a phone that was like 5 or 6 years old. And they're like, oh, we can't fix it. And I was like, no, you can.
I know you can.
You have all of the tools. It's not like...
I thought you were an Apple genius. Yeah. And you're telling me you can't fix it?
You can't fix something you already been trained on fixing 6 years ago? You're telling me the thing that you've already done, you're incapable of doing? That's so wild.
Wait a second. Wait a gosh darn minute. You're totally correct. You already know how to fix this.
Yeah. And you're telling me out of all the shit and all the phones that people turn in for you to buy new ones, you don't have those parts just freely laying around? There's just no fucking way, dude. It's just like, let me be poor in this way if I want to be. Can I get the new phone? Sure. I don't fucking want the new phone.
I don't want the new...
There's nothing new about it to me. I don't give a fuck what you did with the camera. I don't give a shit.
I know.
Just fix my phone where I know all my shit is at.
I know. I hate this thing. Yesterday we went on a walk and I didn't have pockets, so I said, Bruce, can you hold my phone? And I'm walking around and I'm going,
also an abomination. Anything without pockets.
Wrong.
I'm sick of it.
I'm sick.
Like, listen, I get, like, tell me you hate women without telling me. Fuck it. I'm so tired of no pockets.
I don't want to carry I could do a fanny pack, I guess, but I don't want to carry a purse. If I'm going on a walk,
Yeah.
like I don't want to.
They want to force you to carry a purse. They want to force you to carry a bunch of shit. Fuck off. Fuck off, dude.
It's not fair.
Pockets.
I love pockets, and this pair of shorts did not happen to have.
Mhm.
But then we're walking around, and I'm going, oh, people used to just walk around without a phone.
Yeah. I did that the other day. I was here the other
It was
day.
lovely.
And I left my phone at home. And I was like, fuck, I left my phone at home. And I told producer Mark, and he was like, how are you? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm old school. I don't live in fear. I know how to get home.
Yeah.
I know my way around the city. I'm not, because that's usually the only time I feel like I need it is if I'm going someplace I don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. So yeah, dude, it's fucking nice.
I mean,
That's
if I
what
don't have my phone, everyone thinks I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Mhm.
you're not responding to shit, if you're not, I mean, even like non-urgent things from like, I'll get an email, I won't respond to it, and then I get a text like an hour later. It's like, hey, did you get that? And I'm like, God forbid.
I'm busy doing anything.
Anything.
Yeah. That's why it's nice. I mean, you travel overseas too. She travels overseas on a tour with Anthony Jeselnik. Please make sure to check her out if you're traveling internationally. But she, you go international, then it's like, oh, oops. Like I'm going to Spain in April. You're not going to be able to contact me.
Yeah.
And that's going to be nice.
That'll be
You know
nice.
who's not contactable? These fucking rich cunts that don't give a shit about us. They're
Yeah.
not answering shit. They're
No.
not on the phone. No.
No, they're out in
Because they know how important it is to not be reachable. It's nice.
It's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Over the pandemic, I got off
Everything.
everything.
Mm.
It was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I didn't miss it at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the other thing. To go back to the activism thing, it sucks that in order for us to organize, we have to use the poison that they've given us
Yeah.
in order to be able to fight, because it's the easiest way.
Yeah.
So then it's also like then they can monitor it all. So it's like, oh, okay, well,
And not like
and
we're doing
kinda
anything
fucked.
secret or we're not. Yeah.
By the way, we're all getting together to overthrow you. But you could see it all here in our text messages if you're interested in how we're going to do it.
That is so funny.
What are we gonna do? Send carrier pigeons to each other? Tonight we ride at dawn. So we feel like we're fucked a little bit.
Well, we gotta try.
I know.
What, are we
I know.
not gonna try?
No, of course we're gonna try.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got on your list? I'm very curious about your list now.
Okay. So the first thing is when people are like, don't yuck my yum. I will. You're gross.
There's a thing, but there's a difference between someone being gross, like kink shaming. A lot of times is that, and
Yeah.
don't yuck my yum is like sometimes you're doing weird shit.
Sometimes
Mm.
it's survival of the human. Like we are judgmental creatures. It's how we survive.
It's how you survive.
It's how we keep it moving.
Mhm.
So using that phrase for things that are arguably completely wrong.
You got to give me an example. What kind of yumming we're talking about?
Like sleeping with somebody's husband.
Don't yuck my yum. Yeah. Okay.
It's like, well,
your yum's pretty fucking
you shouldn't be doing
messy.
your yum.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing your yum. I'm not. Hey, look, I've made mistakes.
Listen, I went through a married guy phase. I get it. But at the same time, my yum should have been yucked.
But that's
I
what
wish
I'm
somebody would
saying.
have yucked my yum sooner.
Yes. Why is it so wrong to be like, you know what? Arguably, I shouldn't be doing that.
Yes.
I'm doing it.
Mhm.
It's okay to be like, all right, admittedly, I did do things that I shouldn't have done, whatever.
Mhm.
But to be like, well, no, like
To act like it's not bad is weird to me.
is weird.
Yeah, because now you're trying to sell. It's like I know she's 14, but don't yuck my yum. Well, I feel like where's the line then?
I gotta do something.
Who's yums?
Yeah, I feel like, and maybe it's just the way that like everything is, kind of more free flowing now. Like people are trying to be less like judgy or like kink shit, like you said,
Mhm.
like whatever. But also, we do need to hold ourselves to just the slightest moral standard.
Well, yeah, I mean, any kind of accountability like that.
Anything.
I mean, any kind of accountability is that's why, I mean, I've always thought that people should be bullied a little bit. I feel like you should be bullied a little bit. Not so much that you don't think you have self-worth, but enough where you know you don't mean everything.
Yeah.
You know, so, and it's always the 80-20 rule. So I always say 20%, but I do think that there is something to set for shame is helpful.
Yeah.
For somebody to go, hey, that is fucked up what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, that's not great. I mean, and another example is like, recently Gene Hackman passed away, and his lady was 30 years younger than him, and she died at the same exact time as him. What a bummer.
Yeah.
What a bummer to be with that gross old man, and then no, you don't get any of the money. You know? You know what I mean? It's like Anna Nicole Smith dying so young. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Where's the perk for her?
Yeah, maybe in the afterlife.
Maybe.
You know?
Oh my God, maybe like the opposite of the suicide bombers. Like if you fuck old guys, if you fuck really old guys, maybe you get like...
Maybe you get some redemption.
72 porn stars.
I mean, look, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Guys with
You know
really
what
long,
I'm
72 guys with real long tongues. You know, where's my thing?
Where's my thing?
Yeah.
Did the dog die too? The
dog died too.
Ugh, makes me sick. I mean, sorry about the people. But
I know we didn't know what happened. But
was it carbon monoxide?
I don't know. That's the theory.
That's what Bruce. You know what's carbon monoxide is my mom's aunt. This is a crazy story. My mom's aunt woke up in the middle of the night. The dog was like pawing at her. She like rolled over. Apparently during the day, a toddler had the keys to the automatic start in the car.
Oh no.
So the car turned on in the garage and carbon monoxide was filling the house all night long. Dog woke them up, saved their life.
Fuck.
Isn't that wild?
Man, too bad Gene Hackman's dog's a fucking moron, huh?
Yeah, it sounds like a dumb dog. This was a German Shepherd,
I just blame the dog.
Yeah, you blame the dog.
Yeah.
What kind of, did they say what kind of dog it was?
I don't remember.
Because I'll tell you what, I don't think my dog would be able to do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, your dog is barely a dog.
Yeah, my
you have an accessory that's alive.
Yeah.
So I try cut Chihuahuas a lot of slack in the dog department. They're like, you know what I mean? They've been inbred so much, like they got a lot going on. That's why they shake. They're like I can't take it anymore.
He literally
generational trauma for me to be this small.
He just walks around the apartment and he'll just be like,
yeah, I'm not counting on that animal
he's
to
not gonna
save my life. But a German Shepherd, fuck yeah, dude. German Shepherd, you better. Thank you. I mean,
got a job to do.
You got a job.
You're a German
to do.
Shepherd.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah. So I had that, and then I had. I'm sick of people,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like we deal with this a lot in our industry.
Mm-hmm.
People who pick when they know you, when they see you sometimes. And they're like, oh, hi, how are you? They come up to you and they're like, it's so good to see you, blah, blah, blah. And then other times they see you, barely even look at you.
Yeah.
They choose when they want to be able to talk to you.
Yeah, like when you matter. Yeah.
I hate that. If I don't matter, I don't matter. Just leave me be.
Yes.
Don't waste my fucking time with the horse shit. Like, just, if you hate me, just hate me.
That's fine. Or be indifferent. I could care less. The thing is like with, because now, especially for me, when it's like, when memory already is a constant battle, for me to be like, you're just wasting my energy, dude.
Yeah.
You're wasting my energy because now I could be having a fun conversation with somebody who I want to talk to and wants to talk to me, as opposed to me making you feel slightly less alone briefly. You know?
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That if they have someone better to talk to, that's who but if you're the only one that can make them feel less alone in that moment, they'll look to you. This was I will never forget one time I'm at this show and this girl that I don't particularly care for, she said something funny for the first time in her life. And I...
And those moments you always remember.
Yeah,
when you're like, shit.
I was like, oh, that was...
Is this where they're going to turn it around?
I was literally, and I laughed. No one else laughed. Okay. They were bombing the whole thing. Normally, this person never says hi to me. Ever. All of a sudden on stage, oh, is that Kelly Ryan in the back? You know my laugh so well. You don't even see me. You never say hi to me. But when you're dying up there, all of a sudden, oh, hey, Kelly. Hey, good old friend. Hey,
Help me.
Help me. And I want to be like, if I didn't have any fucking tact and I was in the back of the room, I would have been like, oh, so now.
See, in if my drunken days, you would have gotten that. I've gotten those stories back so many times. This buddy, this kid of mine, and in hindsight, it's actually, again, to go back to polite bullying, that's what it was, is this dude, I was in Grand Rapids, Michigan, I think, and I was like, it was when I was like living on the road, and I would go to mics and stuff like that on my days off and crash with comics, and there was this dude on stage, and off stage, he was like eloquent and like had good thoughts and real good points and was like fun to talk to, and then he got on stage and would just only talk about his dick, and it was like so disappointing that I heckled. Like, this is again back when I used to drink a lot. I was like, "Are you?" I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What is this?" And then when he got off, he was like, "Why'd you yell at me?" I go, "What the fuck are you doing?" I go, "You know how to read." I go, only dick jokes are for people who can't think of anything else other than dick jokes.
You know how to read.
You know how to read, dude. You have literary references that you have just charmed me with. Why are you denying the masses this?
Yeah.
And then years later, I forgot about this because, again, I was probably blacked out. I forgot about this. Years later, I'm in Michigan again. I'm just walking around the city, and I see him, and he comes up to me, and he goes, Carmen Morales. And I was like, oh, hey.
Oh, you?
I know, I still didn't remember. I was like, oh, hey, I remember your face. What's going on? And he goes, I have something I've been wanting to say to you. And I was like, oh, no.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
He goes, a few years ago, you heckled me when I was on stage. And you said that you were disappointed in me because all I was doing was talking about my dick. And you know what? I haven't talked about my dick since, and I am so much funnier. And I just wanted to say thank you. And I was like, yeah, see, sometimes bullying is the answer.
Sometimes
it's not, you scared me, so I'm mad at you for 35 years. So I was like, But
I mean, that's the best way that could have gone.
Yeah, it usually doesn't go this way because I'm usually talking to a narcissist and they can't take any criticism. So yeah, but also fuck you if you're like, oh, because if she would have at that time, you would not have gotten an olive branch, my friend.
Yeah.
And I would be like, you're not dragging me into this bomb. No. Don't get that on me.
Leave me out of it.
Leave me out of it. Don't associate me with this mess.
Yeah.
But no. No, thank you.
Yeah. I feel like, though, there are people that, like...
I think people deal with this maybe in like a corporate setting. I sometimes in a friend setting, you'd have to have a lot of friends, I feel like, for it to get to this point, or acquaintances.
Yeah.
But I think you'd get this kind of thing from like a work event or a convention or something like that, where people you know in passing that all of a sudden now it's sometime, or you get a promotion and then people all of a sudden want to talk to you.
It always feels like we're at a high school dance. It never ends because we're dealing with the most immature, catty, just egomaniacs. So nothing. You're not dealing with the normal crop of folk.
Yeah.
That like when I was in corporate, I mean. If you knew somebody, you talked to them. Like it wasn't even
whether you liked them or not.
Yeah,
you're in the break room. I only have to tolerate you for, but I think the difference in our industry is you see these people all the time for longer periods of time.
Well, and the problem is like some of these. I mean, you can see them for the rest of your fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as though when I switch companies, I'm not switching companies. You know, like if you work in tech, let's say, you work at Google or something, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna move to Microsoft. Now you're in another group of people. Like, you could get away from the people that. There's none of that here.
Yeah,
you can't get away. Like, we're all crossing and moving in each other's paths constantly. Like, even if someone moves to New York, what, I'm not going to do shows in New York?
Yeah.
Like,
because they'll probably be there hanging out in all the same spaces and all that other shit. Yeah, that's the thing that we said. There's no escaping a lot of these fucking people, which is the part that's like real disheartening.
Yeah. But then it's also, there is a plus where it's like, okay, I am going to know these people for the rest of, like, you talk to comics, like talk to people that have been doing it for, 20, 25 years, whatever. And they're like, oh, I knew so-and-so back when they were just starting or they were whatever. And so all of these people are just further in those relationships than what we are right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I think that when you talk to people like that, because I mean, I have friends that are like that. We talk that they care way less.
Yeah.
And that's nice. So it's nice to be like, oh yeah, I just disregard all of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you don't feel bad about hurting someone's feelings? What if they end up being an executive? All you have to worry about all this shit. And they're like,
I mean, maybe they might, but
they probably not. I mean, you see.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta go. Sorry, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And just nondescript. I gotta go.
I gotta get out of here.
But I mean, I use that whenever I'm overstimulated in a situation, whenever I'm fucking, usually, even if I'm having fun, I usually have to go because I haven't paid my fucking parking meter. Thank you, producer Mark. I haven't put enough fucking time in it. So a lot of times I'm taken away from conversations I want to be in. But even then, I mean, there's definitely been a time I've gotten a parking ticket from a good hang in the back room, or I want to watch Rick Ingram. There's a bunch of Australians in the audience. This is going to be good. This is worth a $53 ticket. Come on.
The other day I did the thing where I was like, all right, well, because I didn't want to talk to this one chick. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go check in. And I'm like, certainly by the time I get back, she won't be there anymore. And of course, she was still right fucking there. And I was like, God.
Yeah.
I think I give away when I don't want to fucking talk.
Yeah. I mean, I think I do too. Because I have no interest in masking in that way anymore. I just don't, I don't care.
I mean,
because
if I'm not blah,
yeah.
Then
yeah.
Because I don't shut up.
Yeah.
So if I'm shutting up around you, that means that I'm out. Like, Allie.
No, thank you.
Allie even tells Bruce and I, she's like, you two do
Allie's her twin sister.
Oh,
by the
Allie's
way.
my twin sister. And Bruce is my fiance. She tells us all the time, she's like, you two do not stop talking.
Yeah.
You announce everything you do. You do not shut up. And we're like, yeah, well, this is great. Some people, though, they can move throughout their day.
How beautiful to find somebody that's like, because I mean, that's like an old male stand-up comedy trope is women be talking.
Yeah.
How nice to be with someone who's like, I'm also talking. We be talking.
We be talking.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, we be talking a lot. Even, I'll tell you this. When I'm in like my hotel room by myself, I'm talking to myself. Like crazy.
Dude, I think there's that negative stigma, I think is such bullshit. I think you should talk to yourself.
I think so too.
I think I think that if you don't, how do you work shit out? I mean, you could either do it in your own head. And now granted, I know, and I found this out recently, some people don't have an inner monologue.
I heard this. How is that possible?
I don't know. Like, there's just nothing. That's why I've always thought, I think I'm jealous of dumb people because they don't have all the thoughts. I mean, think about it. All we do is try to meditate and quiet thoughts and silence things. That's just us trying to be dumb because they don't have the thoughts.
Meditation makes you stupid. Put that in print.
That's my hot take. I'm sticking to it.
Put that in the paper.
Quiet the thoughts, less thought. No, quiet your mind. Don't listen to all of those things. Lack of thoughts.
Interesting take.
I know.
I love this take.
But that's why I think that's why I'm jealous of that. Like people who don't have that, I'm in a constant argument that I am oftentimes losing.
You know what it means too is that you probably could not. I'm watching a lot of cult stuff right now. You probably could not be easily influenced to be into a cult.
No.
A lot of being a cult is shutting down your own thoughts and accepting a different truth. You're being easily influenced. Whatever. I'm watching the. You ever seen Wild Wild Country? On Netflix.
Oh no, I haven't.
No, but it's basically
But it's
just
like a cult,
it's a cult. Well, they don't say it is. They're like it's not a cult, it's a religion, and it's like okay.
Well, those are cults too.
Yeah. Well, I got some bad news for you. But it is like not to get.
It's just a cult with a tax break. Come on.
Not to get like totally whatever, but you're watching it and you see similarities between the cult and political groups.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
Dude, I remember seeing it, the one on fucking Scientology, where the chick from King of Queens, chick from King of Queens.
Yeah.
People seemingly where you're just like, you seem like you think.
You must.
How is this happening? Yeah.
Yes. How is this happening to you? And I think that's why
they always use the spiritual angle to quiet your mind, shut this down, and then me fill it with all of my bullshit that I want you to believe.
Yeah.
I think that's I'll never meditate. Nobody's getting in this fucking ironclad trap.
Every time I try to meditate, I fall asleep.
Yes.
I fall asleep. I can't. Once this is
quiet
silent,
my mind means it's time for night.
Yeah. Exactly. Quiet my mind. What? For what? Why? I just sit here with an empty mind?
Just existing. When that's the thing about being, I'm so fucking present. I don't need to sit in a room and think of the color white or whatever to be present. I'm here. I'm acutely aware of the present. It's kind of why I'm always thinking all the time. There's a lot going on, for fuck's sake.
There's a lot going on. I can't just zone out. I can't do that. I even have a hard time. I have a very hard time
when
relaxing.
I am zoning out, I am thinking about 7 different things.
Yes.
If you catch me in a fucking... if I'm in the kitchen just... I got 9 things going on.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make sense of any of them so I can limit the amount of things going on. To clock back into what's happening right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's never that I'm thinking of nothing. It's just that I'm thinking of the wrong thing at the wrong time.
That's the other reason why I'm jealous of boys is they get zone out. They zone out all the time. Yeah. What are you thinking about? Nothing. Wow.
Nothing?
Really? At all. Not even like, what would it look like if Smurfs fucked? Like nothing, like not even a cool, weird,
you got
random zero, just blank slate. Oh.
And then part of me is like, are you lying to me? Are you lying that you're thinking about?
I always think
I hope that you're lying because I'm praying you're thinking of something. Yeah. That you're not just sitting here wasting space.
Mm-hmm.
But they are.
Yeah, that was such a huge revelation to me that I found out that some people don't have an inner monologue. I worked with last time I was in Austin, I worked with a comic and he was like, I don't have an inner monologue. And I go, who are you riffing with then?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
How do you think about all your things if you're not bouncing it back off of someone?
My brain can't even grasp the idea of not having anything going on in there.
Yeah.
But then I see people, you know what I bet we could do? I bet we could point out who doesn't. If we watch them talk for a little bit, we would be like, that's someone that does not have an inner monologue.
Yes, probably.
Like, they probably...
Because it doesn't seem like things are thought out as much. Because this is why I'm pro arguing, but arguing it... Well, we're removing the stigma of arguing. Mm-hmm. It's just doing it productively. Because I argue with Bobby all the time. We argue all the time. And it's never a fight.
Yeah.
It's just a discussion. Well, what about this and this and this and this and this and this and this, back and forth, and that's how we work through it.
Right.
I don't understand this, because there's an understanding going into it that neither one of us are trying to be harmful to each other. We're trying to understand each other.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, well, but I don't understand this. Why is this happening? Oh, because of this. Okay, well, what's the cause of that? Is there a reason? Is there something I'm doing that's making that happen?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a discussion, not called it, but it's an argument.
And some people are scared of arguments, though, because they go, oh, if it's an argument, that means that our relationship is bad. I don't see things that way, but that's also because probably
he's
the Northeast,
also a fucking guy from Philly. Yeah. So he's arguing already.
Yes.
He does not scared of arguing. He's not scared of confrontation. It's like, it's that whole, I mean, that's why I think people being scared of it is why I think passive aggressiveness is the worst thing.
Oh my God, I hate it. Would you fucking grow a pair?
Yeah.
Would you fucking? This is ridiculous. I have met grown ass men who are in their 40s who are like, I'm scared of conflict.
Yeah.
And you're telling me
how is that guy going to war for us? You know?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Could you imagine somebody getting signed up for the draft? It's like
I don't like conflict.
I don't like conflict.
I don't like conflict. I can't do it. I don't like conflict, please.
I don't like confrontation.
But you're looking at these men and you're going, how do I, someone who's 5 feet tall, okay, how did my brain get more bark and bite than you, a 6'5" man?
Well, people are more willing to listen to a 6'5" man. So you have to. I had to.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm sure in a circle predominantly of men talking to each other, I have to be loud. I have to be fought to be heard because they're literally and figuratively looking over me. So that's why me. But at the same time, I still don't understand why you are scared, especially when you have the resources, being a 6'5" dude, to defend yourself better than me, a 5'1". I mean, granted, I got more crazy than you probably, but it's a Scrappy-Doo, Scooby-Doo situation. You have more means to be able to protect yourself than I do, yet you're the one more fearful. That is just illogical to me in a way that I don't understand.
You know what I think it is? I think these people are bitches. I think that's what the issue is. You could be a 6'5", 45-year-old man and still be a fucking bitch. How fucking sad is that, dude? How sad is that?
And then all the women in Los Angeles are clamoring for your scared dick because you're 6'5".
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, fuck a short man.
Oh, we don't like short men.
They will protect you.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't, but I will say this though too. I am not someone who is attracted to feminine men. Some people are. My best friend in the world, she loves a guy that paints his nails, does the whole thing. Whatever. That's great. So maybe
a lot of times those guys with painted nails are more confrontational than the 6'5" non-confrontational guys.
Yeah, that is true too.
Because they're willing to be like, I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. That's you know what I mean? That to me, low key, sure, might be on the surface a little bit more feminine, but ultimately more masculine.
Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point. But like some people, like consider themselves pacifists. Like some women really do only like men who keep the peace, do not, rock the boat, do not anything like that. Right. Have these more like sit back and let the world happen around them mentalities. I am not attracted to that at all. I like people who take action. Yeah. Across the board, even if it's uncomfortable. Yes. I don't want someone that's always just going to sit back and keep the peace. Fuck peace. Fuck peace. Fuck meditation. The two things that have gotten us nowhere.
Listen, I'm just saying, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Peaceful protests have never fucking worked. They don't. You have to riot. You have to elicit some sort of damage, some sort of violence for people to fucking even pay attention. You don't think it's like, wait, is it that serious?
Yeah, is it that serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's that serious. So yes.
Yes.
Disruptive.
I totally
Why
agree.
do you think so many people want to fucking blow Luigi? Why do you think he's getting copious amounts of fuck as he did something?
I love
For
Luigi.
fuck's sake.
I love Luigi.
Handsome.
I love handsome guy. I love the drama of it all.
I know. It's so
Is that
cute.
horrible to say? but you know, when shit like that happens, you're like, okay, this is wrong. You shouldn't. Okay. But
you should.
But you should.
Yeah.
Like something eventually.
You shouldn't do it like in the most basic sense, sure, we should not going around killing people.
Exactly.
Sure. But with context, oh, absolutely.
And when you think about how many people have died under this, like you're kind of like, well, I mean, at some point, it starts to do an eye for an eye. Like at some point, people
or not. It's not even an eye for an eye because it's not even.
It's not. It's one eye for millions of eyes. We got one eye.
And we're selling, and that's how pacifist we've become in general, and less violent we've become in general, is that one eye has satiated so many people. And that to me, that just shows that there is a need for more violence.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, that's probably where we're headed. That's where we're headed.
I hope.
You think?
I mean, I hope.
You hope, yeah.
But
I mean, I will say it is true. Like peaceful shit. You're looking at someone that handed out sun chips during the Black Lives Matter marches, and I'll tell you this:
sun chips. I'm sorry, that's just the whitest thing I've ever heard.
I gave out sun chips, and I swear to God, we're in West Hollywood. We're handing out the chips. And this gay guy walks by and he just goes, ugh, sun chips. And I wanted to be like, are you fucking serious? I am handing out, I went and bought chips. First of all, we didn't only have sun chips. We had other snacks. But the fact that he looked into the bin and was like, ew. I was like, I hate this city. Like, we are all fighting for a similar cause. And this fucking gay guy is sassing me over sun chips.
I mean, I have the same thing, like when I was volunteering for the post the fires and stuff like that, that the shit that people would donate, like there was somebody donated a box of burnt out candles. It was a box of jars that were candles. The candles had been burnt out. So there's just waxy glass, various size glass jars. And I'm like, these people don't have a house. They don't have a home. What do you want them to do with dirty jars?
Thanks a lot.
No sink to clean them out in. No people donating dirt like dirty clothes. Like, it was just like, yeah. I get that 1 in 4 people are on the spectrum, but god damn it, read the motherfucking room. The fact that there is no room to read. There's no
room to read. You've given me trash. You've given me, I don't have a house, and you gave me a task
You
to do.
gave me something to do. I actually have to look for a home. I have a more pressing issue currently.
Than cleaning out your jars that you gave me.
Cleaning out your jars.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. For your craft of thing that you never finished. All right, we got to wrap it up. We've been yelling it up for an hour. Let's do a little palette cleanser, things you love. So favorite color?
Green.
Favorite color, what kind of green?
Like a forest green.
Ooh, like a 4K. So we're close to it in this room.
I like a dark green.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a mint green person. I am not necessarily a lime green person, but a dark green, peaceful. Nice. The forest. Love
Very
it.
nice. Okay.
Yep.
Favorite song? Too hard. Favorite movie?
Good Burger.
Hot take, okay.
You seen it?
The first one? From like 1995 or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just a movie you can watch at any time. I call it the TNT effect. It's a movie, no matter where it's at, you can watch it, the whole thing.
Anytime. The only thing that I've probably seen as close to the same amount of times as Good Burger is The Day After Tomorrow, because it was on FX all the time. And I love the day after tomorrow.
Gotcha. Okay.
great.
So, whimsical tale of a burger restaurant, the end of the earth. No in between.
There's no in between. Not for me. What am I gonna fucking? What if I looked at you and was like, and atonement? I got range. I've never even seen Atonement. I have no idea what it's about.
I don't think I've seen it either. Favorite childhood professor, favorite teacher of all time.
Favorite teacher. I'm so sorry.
What?
He wasn't my favorite, but the second you brought that up, I was like, hey, like in my head, I was like, hey, remember when your 6th grade math teacher gave you a massage on your shoulders and how inappropriate that was? That's the thought that just came to my head. He was not my favorite. Not him.
If you would be different if you were like, oh, professor.
My favorite teacher. Ugh.
None of them resonated.
Maybe. Oh, well, a college professor.
Sure.
Yeah. My college professor, Carrie Moore, loved her.
Yeah. Why?
She was our public speaking professor, and she always came in looking just spectacular. Would have 4-inch heels on, be a fucking boss. Empathetic, was just totally took it so seriously and did public speaking so well. And just, I don't know, she was a gem. I loved her. I loved her.
So probably like maybe the first example of being completely well-rounded, looking fierce, being empathetic and a good person, being a good public speaker, being a bad bitch, all of them.
Literally, I was like, you're it, man. Like, you are so good. And she just, she helped me out a lot. Like, college was really shitty for me in like a lot of different ways. And she was just always there for me. And it was great. Loved her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But in terms of like elementary school, high school, I don't remember you guys. No offense. And I know you don't remember me. I know you don't remember because I ran into this guy that I knew from high school at my show in Raleigh a couple weekends ago. And he looks at me and he goes, I don't remember you hanging out with anybody.
You're like, I didn't.
I didn't.
You guys were trash.
Yeah, you're correct. Yes, I did not hang out with anybody. Thank you. Thanks for the
reminder.
So I don't think any teacher remembers me. Because I just sat in the back. I got a B and everything. You know, the B's, you know.
Yeah.
No one pays attention.
One of the funniest things a dude ever said to me, I was dating this guy and he goes, did you go to high school? I go, what, you don't think I could fucking read? And he goes, no, you just seem like you're above it. And I was like, man, that stings so bad, but you're kind of right. I did think I was kind of above it. I did the work to get done with it. Yeah. But I was also like, this is stupid.
I often wonder, like,
it's the same, goes back to the same thing with it being harder to be indoctrinated. It's not easy.
Yeah.
Because you can see patterns. Once you recognize the patterns, you're like, this is dumb.
Imagine, I often think about this. Imagine if I really fucking tried. If you really, really tried to get the A's.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I beat myself up for that every day.
Like, in
everything. I'm still under the notion that I am operating not fully trying.
Yeah, I feel that way all the time. I'm like, even if I am.
Yeah, same. Even if I am. Even if
I'm always just like, I could have done better.
Probably could have done better. It's because you don't try. I think that's like the imposter syndrome shit too. But
yeah, that's probably true.
But it was also probably because my parents were like, you don't try. And I was like, oh, okay, well,
I guess
thanks for telling me.
I guess that's me. Someone doesn't try.
Plug stuff. Tell people what to digest.
Oh, okay. You can
have your podcast. Your podcast
yes,
with her sister.
I have my podcast with my sister Allie, Night Coop podcast. So we obviously Instagram. You can listen to us everywhere. YouTube and blah 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 blah.
And your Instagram.
My Instagram is This Is Kelly Ryan. I, have dates and stuff on my website, kellyryancomedy.com. That's
international baby. So go
It's kind
see
of the
her. She's
shtick.
fucking hilarious. She's a delight. As you heard today, you guys are a delight. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. Tell folks about the podcast. Spread the word. Patreon.com/NoSirPod. If you want to throw cash at me, I appreciate it. It just goes to this. But thank you guys so much for listening. I adore you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.